I'm going to introduce everybody to the characters. Patricia, a thriving young woman, a performer. Patty, the same young woman in a coma. Mark, Pat's dad, a doctor. Susan, Pat's mom and keeper of her secrets. Phil, Pat's older brother, a musician. James, Pat's oldest brother. Blaine Wolf, Patricia's voice teacher and abuser. Rita, Patty's art therapist and psychiatrist. Charlie Stoller, a doctor with spunk and logic. And I will be playing the nurse and reading stage directions. Imprints by Amy Oestreicher. Setting. Throughout the play, the stage is divided into sections. At the foot of the stage lies an abandoned dinner table set for Passover Seder. Stage left, Patty's hospital room in a New York City ICU. Stage right, the Berkshires, as Patty imagines it in her mind. A note about Patty. She will be referred to as Patty when in a coma and Patricia when in flashbacks as her former self. Act 1, Scene 1. Lights up on Mark, Patricia's father, pacing. James, her brother, stands frozen, remembering.
Okay. I'm going to try to just... Okay. So I was home and it was Passover, and you were vomiting.
Lights up on Susan, Patty's mother.
I've never dealt with anything more serious with using croup.
So Dad and Mom took you to the hospital, and they didn't call for a long time. But I didn't think it was serious. And then Dad called and said that you had punctured a lung and were being taken to the operating room.
I remember.
Which sounded bad, but not like life-threatening, not that scary. Just didn't get it. I didn't think, so I went to bed.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
But then the phone rang at like 4 in the morning and something, I heard Dad crying, and I remember thinking that something was really, really bad because I just remember Dad crying, and
Just croup.
he said in like not a complete sentence because he couldn't really talk, that we should come to the hospital.
Your stomach had hurt for over 24 hours, and I slept in your bed with you that night after the Seder. You were in bed and kept getting into the shower and sitting on the floor. When Dad came home, he felt your belly and it was stiff.
Lights abruptly shift to stark white hospital ICU. As they enter the hospital room, they address Patty, who lies in bed.
Mom and I were by your bedside until 2 a.m. Cut a lock of your hair and your heel skin, which was peeling off. The staff told us to go to the lounge and sleep.
I knew then from the sound of his voice that things were very, very bad, and I asked Dad if you were alive, and he just said, barely, and then hung up the phone.
The first doctor thought it might be gas, but just in case, she sent you for an x-ray.
I was at a country club in Greenwich playing with a wedding band. I hated the music. It was a favor.
We were supposed to leave for the Berkshires the next day. I called Phil to meet him at the hospital. I was the first to know and the last to get there.
The guitarist told me he could cover the bass line, so I packed up after the father-daughter dance.
Everything felt like it was moving in slow motion.
I could feel this coming from miles away, like an earthquake.
I snapped a photo of myself later just to make sure I did okay. It just helped me feel stronger.
No one wanted to believe it.
Phil, Patty's brother, enters.
Mark, her cheeks, they're popped out like balloons. Next thing I knew, they grabbed your wheelchair and rushed you into x-ray. She's already had an x-ray!
At 4:30 a.m., we were woken by the resident saying things were worse.
Susan starts whispering the Shema to herself with her hand covering her head.
Dad called.
I was beyond nervous. I can't really, because I thought I was gonna see Mom and Dad like with you, dead. Pat, no, not alive.
He never calls.
I remember asking the security person in the ICU where the ICU was. Everything was going really slowly because I thought you were dead. And I didn't want to see them because it was so terrible, and I couldn't bear to see Mom and Dad just because, but I did.
Mom always knows what to say.
I just didn't know what to say.
Dad was holding her up, and he was crying, and Mom was just staring.
By the time I got there, Mom was going on about contacting colleges and your status and something with Michigan early acceptance, and I thought they were just in terrible shock.
Mark begins pacing again, this time in circles. Announcement. Code blue in the ICU. Sounds of rushing footsteps and doctors mumbling.
I heard Dad burst through the doors as Dr. Stoller was working on you. He was yelling that you were in cardiac arrest. I found a pen in my purse and some scrap paper to make a list. What colleges to call.
He said, this could be bad.
What did I do with my list?
What the hell did I go to med school for?
I lost my
I
list.
just remember waiting a long time for news. And then I looked in the room and I couldn't see you at all. Just tons of people surrounding the bed, and there were these drips and lines going, and I don't really remember. Everyone was just trying to figure out, how to...
A nurse shook me and said she didn't think you'd make it through the night.
I needed to find Mom. I was worried about how much she could take.
I saw you lying there so beautiful, didn't make sense to me. You couldn't possibly die.
The family slowly peel away from Patty's hospital bed to reveal her in a coma.
It isn't supposed to happen this way. It's unnatural.
You can't leave us, Patty.
Susan.
Mom!
You're just standing there.
Mom. Patty, wake up. We're going to the Berkshires tomorrow. Just you and me, remember?
Take me instead, please, God.
When a nurse finally let us see you, you were hooked up to tubes and didn't look like you. And James kept talking about the Berkshires.
If she dies, I will never believe in God again.
Don't you dare say that again. Don't tell me there is no God and my daughter goes into a box to be put in a ground full of dirt.
Susan turns to face her sons and hands James some cash.
Get some food for yourselves.
What do you want?
We'll get something for you.
A sandwich for Daddy.
You think there's a P.F. Chang's around here?
If you're buying chicken, please make sure it's free range.
She's back.
James and Phil exit. Mark wraps his arms around Susan.
I told myself that everything is meant to be.
Light change. Time has passed in the ICU.
The clock is broken.
This wasn't the first time I felt helpless to save her. Dad wanted Patricia to be perfect, so he told me to never bring up problems with her.
Or is time really inching by like this? Jesus.
There was a gap growing between me and Pat. I wanted to connect with her. As it widened, I saw her get sicker and sicker.
Can someone please tell me what time it is?
Then I couldn't connect with her at all.
I didn't want to believe that I could lose my daughter forever.
Mom's friend came and she was holding Mom. And we just kind of stayed there the whole night. They told us you weren't going to make it, so I guess I was preparing.
I couldn't cry until Mom's friend came. I felt like someone could actually see the state of our family.
I kept whispering in your ear, fight, Patty. Fight. Fight to live. We need you. You are my warrior.
You lasted through the night, but they said it was still very tenuous.
For the next week, I was anxious and hopeful.
You blew up to 3 times your normal
But
size.
they kept saying minute to minute, but we ended up...
You fought unlike anyone I have ever known.
The ICU was our underground community. All praying for each other, fighting each day for survival.
Where the surgeon first told us.
You are now entering a vortex that the outside world knows nothing about.
They called it septic shock.
He was right.
Like
Barely
watching,
audible. Patty is in bed, moaning.
like watching a crash in slow motion.
So beautiful.
I did okay.
Goddamn clock.
All of us.
The family is now in a claustrophobic clump in the center of the stage.
So I...
My warrior.
Patty sits up suddenly.
Can anybody hear me?
Lights out, except for spotlight on Patty.
Can anybody hear me?
Blackout. Act 1, Scene 2, pre-coma. 3 months earlier. Lights up on Phil's very messy studio, piled high with books, papers, empty water bottles. Patricia and Phil rehearsing.
Can you imagine that everybody knew my... Is this thing on? Hey, can anybody hear me?
Hold
Hello?
on a second. Oh. All right, that should be better. How does that sound now?
Hello? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Better. Thank you.
So you want to try it one more time?
You think I should?
Yeah, just the last 7 or 8 bars, I think. I just don't think you were close enough to the mic. Your mouth should be right up to it, basically.
Sure.
Trust me.
No, it's just like that?
It's good, Pat.
Seriously?
Ugh.
Phil starts piano again, nodding to Patty to come in.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Everybody knew my name. Wait to get that out.
It's the best you've sounded all week.
Tell that to Telsey, stupid casting
It
agent.
was your first open call.
But I'm good.
And so humble.
This lies beyond my years.
Lunch now, Tony Awards tomorrow. Deal?
Deal. And to be the kind of leading lady that can have my pick of any musical theater roles I would like. That is.
You sound good.
Oh, listen. They have the very greenest trees. I need to work on that straight tone. Just a bit more breath support, right? I think that'll do the trick. Don't you
It's
think?
good.
Yay! Thank you, Billy! Billy!
Don't.
Cheesesteak. This was fun.
Right back at you, fruit.
Why do I always get so freaked out at that high G?
You just have to stop listening to yourself so much.
I think I'm pretty great to listen to. Food?
Wait up. For you.
Really? What?
Open.
It's not gonna jump out at me or anything,
Oh, come on.
right?
Open it.
Well, considering you won't even go near jelly or pepper, I'm assuming it's not another hamster. Bug spray? Is this your lyrical way of calling me a pest?
Read it.
Off? Yeah, I know what this is, dude.
Read the back of it, too.
Okay, intended for outdoor terrain use. Okay, I'm usually good at putting
Here, let me help you out a little, okay? You know, I'm doing that jazz gig in the Berkshires.
Right.
All my own material, all new original stuff, all PUB.
Phil Underman Band. Damn, I wish I had a sweet acronym like that.
So I was gonna make a week out of it, you know, a mini vacation.
I love it out there, especially in summer, right?
So I got you some bug spray.
Thanks.
You know,
I know.
for all the hiking we're gonna do,
You mean I get to go?
you get to go.
Seriously? Wait, I don't get it. Why?
Hy not? It'll be like our own little vacation.
Oh my god, dude! This is so awesome! Like a brother-sister thingy?
Yes, I guess you can call it that.
Like, we've never done anything like that. Like our own thing. Phil, awesome!
Glad you're glad.
I'm glad. Yeah, well, I'm more than glad. Oh my god, Phil, you have no idea. You are not gonna regret this. We are gonna have so much fun. Hey, since I'm looking to break into the biz myself, do you think maybe we could do a song together?
We can do a song.
Yeah? Yay! Phil! Oh, Phil, I can't wait! Oh my god, seriously, thanks! Thanks for thinking of me. When are we going?
April, for your birthday.
Early?
When I get up.
Okay, not so early then.
We'll see. Maybe I'll surprise you.
You've always surprised me. Thank you. No, seriously, thank you. It means so much to me. That I'm not like, just little sis living in the house. I'm like my own person. Thank you.
A real live, walking, talking Patricia.
Patricia exits while singing Mira. Phil continues playing his keyboard. Lights fade out. Act 1, Scene 3. Lights up, Patty's hospital room.
Ralph is for suction. For your phlegm, honey. Honey, can you hear me?
Patty, Ralph will make you feel better.
Try the Ralph, baby.
The
Do you
yank
want the
hour?
Ralph?
The yank hour?
It's plugged into the wall over there. Patty, Freddy the fish.
Here.
Freddy, baby, remember, you can run it all over your lips, but don't put it in your mouth.
Rita, the hospital psychiatrist, enters wearing thick glasses, carrying a notepad.
Hello, Underman.
That's us.
I have a few questions for the patient. Alerts. Can you tell me the date today?
Really? I've been sleeping on the couch a month, and I don't even know what date it is. How do you expect her to know anything?
Hi there. You say these 3 words in order. Cat, pencil, ball. Unresponsive. ICU psychosis. I'll put an order in for Haldol by the end of the shift. Thank you.
Staring at fluorescent lights all day? Hell, I'd take a Haldol at this point.
She's working hard to breathe.
So am I.
They're never going to take her off the ventilator like that.
Haldol. They're telling me her belly's full of toxins, and now Haldol. Chemicals.
I just need her vitals.
Again?
Back to every 4 hours.
Well, I thought she was stabilizing.
Heart rate is dropping again. Dr. Stoller just wants to make sure that the antibiotics are doing their job, and now with the new prescription...
She is not getting
Is
Haldol.
her fever spiking again?
I guess that's what we'll see.
Poison.
Dr. Stoller enters, takes chart from the nurse.
We found a slight tear in her intestines.
What does that mean?
Nothing yet. We'll work on the plumbing, order the antibiotics from her last chart. You know, you need your small intestine to live. Yeah, that's all for now. I'll have the nurse report back before the tournament tonight.
Is she going to be okay?
Can't say. Have a good night.
Code blue in the PICU, paging Dr. Stoller to 202, paging Dr. Stoller.
This is... I feel like I'm going crazy.
Hello. I need you to say these 3 words in order. Book, tree, school.
Tree, pen. See? We're all crazy. Give us all meds.
Looks like they're doing the shift chains earlier tonight.
I wouldn't know. I haven't looked at my watch for days. None of us know what the date today is. If I did, I'd shoot myself. It's a saying. Just a saying.
I'll have the evening shift follow up with you tonight. Good day.
Susan takes a tissue out of her purse and tries to compose herself.
You want a sandwich from Juju's?
I already ate.
No, you didn't.
I'm not hungry.
Um,
My glutes are showing. Patty would have said they were showing. I need to find something.
I read to her today. I think she squeezed my hand.
Oh, that's nice. You really didn't have to make the drive from Boston.
Stop.
We're doing fine.
Phil's awful.
He cares.
Not enough to be here.
Stoller always prides us on how these things can tear families apart, but we're so... The nurses are measuring less drainage from the chest tubes every day. They're even talking about maybe pulling one in a week or so maybe we'll even be able to prop her up in a chair or sit...
It's here if you want it.
Thanks.
Some little kid out in the front sculpture garden. He was using his IV pole like a scooter, like up and down the rampway. It was the cutest, saddest thing. Really sad, actually.
It won't be like this forever.
All I want is for her to get out of bed or fucking wake up and just look alive. So I can put her in a wheelchair like all the other kids and take her outside in the garden. Damn plugs.
When do you have to go back?
I'm good, Mom. I'll leave tomorrow.
James,
It's fine.
you didn't get your degree to live in the ICU. I'll set aside a sheet and one of my pillows in the waiting room for you. God, I miss my sheets.
Stoller could tell us minute to minute back in April. Then it was hour to hour, then day to day, then week to week. Now at least we know she'll wake up. He just can't say when.
April, has it really been?
IV starts to beat.
Damn.
Patty, squeeze my hand, Patty, for Mommy. Mommy's gonna take you to Sherwin Island when it's warmer out. We'll pack your guitar in the trunk and we'll sing. You'll sing.
And if you don't go too crazy, we'll have that ventilator taken out of your mouth.
Beep, beep, beep.
Oh, sensors are loose, Jimmy.
All right, Mama, let her rest.
You think she's dreaming?
Beep, beep, beep.
Nurse!
I'll ring.
Oh, Patty. Soon we'll only be hearing you, your beautiful, sweet voice. Soon.
Mom. Sandwich.
Okay, not too long.
We never are.
Blackout. Act 1, Scene 4. Blaine's New York City voice coaching studio, also his apartment. Patricia enters singing.
They are.
Better, Patricia. Much better this week.
I've been practicing a lot.
Good, I can tell.
You told me to.
And you've never been able to hit a high C so clear before. You're using those menthol vapors I gave you?
A little. But guess what?
What?
I actually went on vocal rest this entire weekend. Didn't talk to a soul. Even in school, I had to like write everything down in a notebook. My hand was like in permanent cramp mode by Sunday night.
Must have been a heavy-duty notebook.
Well, I definitely exercised word economy.
I should be careful what I tell you to do.
Hey, I'm a good student.
You certainly followed your instructions.
I try.
You do well.
Mark knocks loudly. No answer. He anxiously paces.
Oh,
Are you serious? Ugh, Dad.
all right, that's 60 minutes up for today.
Jeez, I feel like I walk in and out of here before I even have a chance to breathe. 1 second! God.
Mark opens the door himself. Blaine jumps up from piano.
Time flies with words and music.
Next week, right?
Yes, I'll be here.
Same time, same station.
Always got Fridays at 4.
Awesome. Have a great weekend, Blaine.
Thanks.
Mark, how are you?
Bye, Blaine. See you next time
Bye-bye.
for our Fridays at 4 p.m.
Thanks, Mark. Safe travels.
Mark's cell phone rings. He walks ahead and picks it up.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I was on time. I don't get it. Driving through rush hour to the goddamn city for a voice lesson. I don't like the man. Yeah, we'll be home for dinner. Love you too.
Dad! Aren't you gonna ask me how my voice lesson was?
In the car, it's late.
Ding dong.
Hey, Doc.
James, I've been told there's a ventilator in here taking some precious space in the Underman suite.
What, they're taking it back?
Well, we'll try it, see how she goes. Only way we know, right?
Can she feel that?
It pinches for a second.
But can she feel it?
In 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Done. Ow. Not bad, right? Souvenir?
Susan comes in with shopping bags and her roots redone.
Hello. I found a salon
Come here.
right outside Columbia. I love them. Oh, this is gonna be my new hood. Cute little sidewalk sale outside.
Call you back.
What's going on? Is she okay?
Dad, hold on 1 second.
What is that? Is she okay, Jamesy?
It's his fault.
What's going on?
No ventilator.
We'll keep checking up on her and make sure she can keep breathing on her own. But she's breathing so far.
Checking Patty's stomach.
Oh, holy shit.
James, is there a notepad, scrap paper, anything?
Mom scrambles around looking for paper.
What, napkin?
Sure. Love, look at the words. Does it hurt to talk? Try. Point to the yes or the no.
Yes.
Best day so far!
What comes next?
Next.
Next, it's a big first milestone. It means we're on the road.
Long road.
I'll see you in the morning. Good work, team. Hang in there, Sue.
I can't believe it. Patty, you like my color? Listen, James. Tissue, quick.
James gets Susan a tissue. She dabs under Patty's nose. James gets the yankower and puts it to Patty's throat. You can hear the phlegm being sucked out.
Patty.
Can talk, James.
Barely.
James. She's trying to sing. Wait till Philly brings his guitar.
Oh, let me know when that happens. Jeez.
Call Dad.
Hey, Dad. I got a surprise for you.
Tell him.
You missed that?
Patty. I can't. Patty, do you think that's my name she's trying to say?
Mom,
Jimmy, listen.
Mom!
I'm too old for this.
James reaches for the yankower.
Stop, please. James.
It's phlegm.
Trying to clear her throat, pushing away yankower.
Get up, Mom! Patty, let's rest now. You don't want to use all of your auction up. Remember?
It's
fucking know.
She's back.
What time is it, Jimmy?
Goes to open window.
You see the snow melted? Oh, what a beautiful day. It's like summer. It's a sign.
Stopping at the mirror, pinching her cheeks for some color.
Patty, we can take her for walks and get outside. It will feel like living.
James, Jamesy, where's the car? Can you take me home now? Can we go home?
I swear to God, I am never complaining about anything ever again.
Can you get the car now, Jamesy?
Patty, soon we're all gonna go home. You're so cute.
I'm not cute.
Thank you. Thank you, God.
Here, babe. The nurse gave me this morning.
He hands her a little machine with 3 balls in it.
What's this?
It'll help clear all that gunk out of you. You know, you got tired lungs. Dr. Stoller wants you to breathe really hard into this tube and see if you can get all those balls to like float up, okay? No worries, babe. It's hard.
No.
Your lungs have been sleeping for a while.
I'm not tired.
We'll just try it a few times every day, okay?
What is this? I'm confused.
What are you confused about, sweetie?
She's tired.
No!
James, she's talking to you. Patty, what?
It said my lungs are sleeping?
Right, Patty, that's what I said. That's why you were on the ventilator.
Am I alive?
Of course, love. You've been sleeping for the last few months.
School.
Sweetie, all of your teachers got together to talk about you. They want you to know that you can graduate without finishing. Miss Favor said it's because you're that smart.
But the note?
You like my hair, Patty?
Hey, Patty, are you happy you don't have to do any of that schoolwork anymore? No more calculus.
No. Physics. Blah! Wait, what about physics? James?
Yeah, babe.
James.
What?
James, get the car and take me home. Look, I moved him.
Blackout. Act 1, Scene 6. Lights up on the hospital room. Several months have passed.
Here, baby. No, Patty, not yet. Just to wet your lips.
Don't do that, Mom.
They said she could just wet her lips.
It's torture.
Water.
I know, sweetie. I know.
See?
Clapping her hands, trying to get James's attention.
James, she wants you.
She's thirsty.
Suction, Jimmy?
Patty, you want the Ralph?
Mom, I wanna
Listen, James.
face. I wanna wash my sink.
She's thirsty.
Not right now, Patty. Soon.
Water. I'm thirsty. You jerk. What are you doing this to me for?
You're wasting your oxygen.
Shut up. Just shut. Ugh.
Patty.
James tries to push Patty back in bed.
Phil, I mean, Jimmy, James, stop it.
I want water.
No, Mom, I'm James. Phil is your other son who's living his normal life. Not the one who's sleeping in the janitor's closet every night.
Mom, thirsty. Drink fizzy.
How about Freddy the Fish?
Flustered, looking for Freddy, the green sponge.
Soda.
You like Freddy the Fish?
Here.
Hands Mom a glass of water. Mom dips a little green sponge on a stick into the water, hands it to Patty.
Oh, here's Freddy, baby. Shh, just on your lips. Don't put it in your mouth.
Stop.
We hear a cacophony of voices from inside Patty's head growing louder and louder.
Philip. Am I late for school?
It's me, Patty.
Go away.
Blackout. Act 1, Scene 7. Pre-coma flashback. Family is having dinner with Blaine for the first time. Phil is instructing James how to play guitar.
You have to hold it the other way.
I got it.
Put it away for dinner, Phil.
Oh, I like the music, Mark. Play the one I heard you do in New Haven.
Which one?
You know the one.
Mom, please.
Oh, Blaine, you must think we are so silly.
Oh, bless your heart, Susan. I love it. Your family's great. It's nice to finally meet you all.
I think music should be everywhere.
You know, I don't think I got the proper introduction.
Wow, the James I always hear about. How's Boston? I've been meaning to get back there.
It's there and wicked.
Well, I haven't been there since I conducted Adam Gutel's Myths and Hymns with the local youth symphony. Wonderful experience, incredible kids.
Yeah, we've heard all about your work over at that place. It sounds like you've seen it all.
Oh, Phil, was it that one? It's that one!
I told him how crazy we are. You were warned.
Oh, I just love it. What family's about, right? Yeah, thank you for opening your home to me.
Oh, I always say that any man who treats our daughter like one of his own is family to us, right?
Well, she's a wonderful student.
He's the best. Did you hear me at that open call last week? I hit every single seat.
Oh, and my glass just broke.
Sorry about the cans, Blaine. This isn't a fancy dinner, but I always think seltzer is much fresher from a can.
Like grass from the ground.
Oh, honey, it's perfect.
So, you're in Midtown.
Yes, my studio is there.
He has a great view.
For the city, that's impressive.
Well, even being accustomed to the city streets as I am, I find nature a healthy and healing way to be. You know, I do like to maintain a garden window.
Herbs?
Basil and thyme, yeah.
I think last time it was like garlic, right? It always smells amazing.
Oh yes, I like to give a little kick to my cocoa bun with, you know, some whole roasted cloves.
Yeah, it definitely opens up the sinuses.
You cook in your studio?
Well, yes.
What do you expect, Mark? He has to eat. I'm sure that you hardly get a break.
Efficiency.
Well, I find it's about the work ultimately. I like to understand whether the student is a thinker or a feeler, you know, and cater to their mode of learning. I call it interdisciplinary approach.
So, what don't you do?
It's getting late, Blaine.
It's Friday night.
I'm sure he has a train to make.
Happy to drive you back to the city.
Well, that's sweet of you, Phil. I couldn't.
No, I'd like it. I thought maybe I could ask your opinion if I play you some of my tracks.
Yeah, that's awesome. Can I come road trip?
It's still late.
I don't want to press you. I'm just so thankful to finally see the faces behind the stories that I've been hearing about.
Oh, and us too. Have your ears been ringing?
You're as cool as Pat keeps whining about.
But it's whining with resonance, right?
Resonance, tone, support, pitch.
See? Such a good student. I didn't even have to teach her. She should be paying me.
I'll get my jacket.
Jumping off her seat and running off stage.
We all owe you, Blaine. Thanks for being such a great role model for Patricia.
Blaine, should I bring those vapors for my voice? Sometimes, like, my vocal cords dry out in the car, right? Oh, and James. James, guess where Phil's taking me for my birthday?
Come on, Blaine, I've got some gas left.
Be safe. Seat belts.
Blaine and Phil exit to the car. Blackout. Act 1, Scene 8. Lights up on the ICU. Patricia sees journal on the table, picks it up, and reads aloud. Dr. Stoller summons Susan and James outside to talk.
What's this? James's journal. As it got later in the day, we grew more nervous about you. You had so much to say after not speaking for a week. Your breathing grew more and more labored. Dad, once again, was outrageously heroic. He kept saying he was concerned that you had to work so hard to breathe. So he left and found the chief of cardiology at the hospital. You were back on the ventilator by midnight. Really depressing after such a wonderful day, but it seems like the right decision. The nurse said that you may die if you didn't go back on the...
Lights out.
Hey, James, what's the... Hello?
Patricia is in total darkness. Sound of a big machine shutting down with beeping of IV. She crawls underneath the hospital bed and hides.
Can anybody hear me?
Lights up on Phil playing the piano with a metronome ticking. Tick, tick, tick slowly replaces the sound of the IV. Phil leaves, Blaine enters and takes his place at the piano and begins to play. Blackout. End of Act 1. Act 2, Scene 1. Lights up on hospital room. Phil is strumming his guitar. Susan is stroking Patty's hair. Patty is on ventilator and cannot speak. Loud sound of ventilator puffing air in and out. Patricia is now underneath Patty's bed, sleeping. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection. La da da.
How does that go, Philly?
Rita the psychiatrist enters.
I like your music in here.
My daughter is sleeping right now.
I can see that. I'm sorry, Do you play?
Phil learned his scales early on, right after he learned how to repeat cat, dog, ball in order.
I apologize for the other day. I hadn't read the full report. I didn't realize she was still comatose.
She's not comatose.
I didn't realize it was not the appropriate circumstance to ask her diagnostic questions.
It's not appropriate circumstances for anything.
I understand. I don't have any children. I can only imagine. I do like that song. Is that Carole King? I know I've heard it before.
Kermit, the Muppets.
Oh, I like them too. I'm very sorry. I came here now because I wanted to offer services. My services to you, if you, in fact, do need someone to talk to or to help process. Your husband...
My sons are very good. We lean on each other.
Right, good. Yes, the man here, very compassionate. Yes, that's good. I just need to let you know there are resources.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The nurse had mentioned that she was a singer.
Is a singer.
Yes, is a singer. And someone to talk to.
I'm sure Patricia would love to talk to anyone who isn't clinical.
I would. If you'd like me to bring down some crayons from Child's Life, I could do that.
We bring the nurses for that sort of thing.
Okay, yes, you can do that. I thought it might be nice to have someone to stay with.
We don't leave. None of us. James sleeps on the floor. I sleep on the chair. Mark drives through Connecticut during rush hour to watch everything.
The floor hasn't stopped talking about your family. It's good. You are all remarkable.
We'd rather be undermans.
I'm Rita. She can call me Dr. Rita. Or Rita. Rita's fine.
We don't know when that's coming out again.
Nodding to the ventilator.
Take a walk. You two grab a bite. I'll stay for a bit.
I'd rather not.
Let's go, Mom.
Ripping off sheet of paper from notepad in her purse.
These are the numbers where you can reach us. It vibrates too.
Susan, Patty, and Phil exit. While Rita rifles through cabinets looking for crayons, Patricia wakes up, peeks out from underneath the bed, hoists herself up from the floor, then hits her head on the bed railing.
Ow! Mom! Mom? Mom? Mom, I had the freakiest dream last night. It was crazy. Mom!
Patricia looks around, poking her head outside the hallway, curiously. She sees James's notebook on the floor and opens it.
Secrets are nice. Mom, I want to...
She stops humming and reads.
I want you to wake up today.
Flips through more pages quickly and curiously. She notices Rita, who throws book back on the table and runs to her.
Mom! Mom! Oh.
Got my eye on you.
Patricia, caught off guard, darts off, but is blocked by Rita.
Hi, Patricia.
Oh, sorry.
Is this the room for Patricia Underman?
That's me. I mean, room? My room? Who?
Rita.
Hi.
Throws ball to Rita.
You like catch?
Patricia bounces ball back to her and heads for the door.
Don't want to talk?
No.
She leaves, then pokes her head back in.
Nice meeting you, Patricia.
Patricia, still in the hallway, looks in at Patty, lying in bed.
Patricia? Patricia, I can see you. You're here.
Where?
You tell me. I heard you like to hike.
No, I don't.
Looks like a nice day out.
Patricia hesitantly decides to enter again.
This room sucks. Dingy.
Did you call a nurse?
I don't need a nurse.
They'll have to buzz you out, you know. I mean, if you want to...
I can do that.
Or I can pull blinds up, add some light.
Stuck. How many stupid psychotherapists does it take to fix a friggin' doorknob?
I thought you wanted to take a trip.
What trip?
The trip you've been planning.
Where?
I wanted to help you get there.
Patricia freezes, silent, confused, stunned, vulnerable.
I'm supposed to meet my brother.
Phil,
Yeah, Phil, he's my brother.
are you ready?
What, now? Right now?
Ready?
Wait, this second? I didn't pack. I'm wearing...
I brought a few things. I'm ready. Are you?
Yes. I'm ready.
Okay. Let's go.
Can we make this like some sort of scavenger hunt or something?
You can make it whatever you like, in whatever colors you want.
Lights fade. Act 2, Scene 2, the Berkshires. A fantasy world that Patty and Patricia continue to create. Rita and Patricia are standing side by side facing the back of the stage.
What am I waiting for? Hello, can you hear me?
Going to the Berkshires.
When? How are we getting there?
Just follow.
Rita turns to face Patricia and slowly brings her arms out and up, and Patricia mirrors her.
So, what color are the Berkshires?
Blue.
Patricia is hypnotized, but also wary by Rita's hand movements. Patricia starts leading the mirroring movements now.
Blue?
Crystally blue.
Is that all?
A little yellow. Starburst yellow.
What does it smell like?
I can't smell anything.
No smell?
Should I?
What do the Berkshires smell like?
Clean. Crisp, like ocean air.
Ocean air. And what does it sound like?
Rain. Raining thumbtacks. Prickly.
What do you see?
Open air. Like foam. Like milk white. Like a tidal wave. I can hear it too.
Where?
Music plays as Rita backs slowly away while still guiding her. Phil leaves his piano to join Patricia in her Berkshires. Phil enters with a backpack. Wiping his forehead, Rita pulls a flashlight out of her bag, shining it in his direction. Patricia runs to him with a huge sigh of relief.
Phil!
Wow, it's hot out here. I'm getting kind of thirsty.
Plops his backpack on the log by the side of a trail and takes a gulp from his water bottle.
What are you staring at? You ever seen a thirsty man?
I shaved your head.
Really? Yeah, I guess I did.
You look French. Artsy, I like it.
Thanks. Shall we?
As they cross the stage, Rita wanders through them, observing them, and crosses to the hospital. The rhythm of the music becomes bouncy, joyful.
What do we want to do this week?
Me? Oh, I don't care. I'm just stoked to be here.
Anything?
Yeah, anything. Just happy to be here.
Where should we start?
I don't know.
Quick left?
Hey, got it.
Too slow?
Yep, got it again.
How about tonight?
I don't know. It would be cool to sing a bit.
Oh yeah? For what?
Well, I thought I can still sing for your gig, right?
What gig?
Phil.
Oh, right. Well, what do you want to sing?
You liked If I Were a Bell, right?
Do you like it?
Well, you thought it was good, didn't you?
I'm asking you. I trust you.
I know. Okay, I'll do it. Ugh, you know I'm bad at this.
How about a toss? Heads up.
Oh, I'm on it. Over your shoulder. Boom. Ah.
Really beautiful here. The Berkshires.
Holding up her lantern,
Go on. What do you see?
Patricia continues painting the Berkshires. Suddenly, she drops her hands and stares at the scenery. Susan, James, and Mark take their place at the dinner table.
You're right. It needs more yellow.
Patricia slowly reaches out, realizing it isn't real.
Patricia?
I have to go.
Patricia starts to run off, then freezes in her tracks to the sound of glasses clinking from the Passover table. Lights out. Act 2, Scene 3, pre-coma flashback. The family sits at the Passover table. It is quiet.
Your glass, Mark.
It's fine.
It's going to tip.
You're playing it wrong. Give me.
How's the roast, Phil?
It's good. Salty.
So good he can't take his hands off the frets. Just give me the...
Please, just watch the glass.
Can you stop yelling?
Nobody's yelling, Patricia.
Well, where is she? I added mustard this time to the salmon. The salt,
There goes my breath for the night.
I read it gives fish a tang. You don't like it, Patricia?
I'm not hungry.
She's just being bratty.
I'm not.
Bratty Patty. Good, right?
Stop.
Relax.
I like the salt. There's dill in here, too.
Oh, you can taste that?
I can see it.
Did you want to finish leading the Seder?
I think we're done.
Didn't you want to sing Dying?
We're good.
Mark, please, just move your glass.
Mom.
It's fine, Susan.
I just don't want the mess.
There's no mess.
Just fucking dink-a-tag.
James!
Sorry. I forgot we don't swear in this house.
It's just your tone, dear. I'm sorry.
Your sister one-upped you again this week.
What?
Tell them. Your scholarship.
What? College? You find out already? God, I remember
Where did
when...
she apply?
Tell them. She got a scholarship to Columbia.
We're still trying to figure out the best option.
Well, if she's smart enough to get into Columbia, she
I
can
don't have to decide right away. I might just want to focus on theater.
They might give your spot to someone else,
Don't
Patricia.
terrorize her, Mark. They can't do that. Please, move it in.
That's practical.
Columbia has theater and you're in the city.
It is close to home, baby. You have some time to decide.
A week.
Where else did you hear from?
Northwestern?
In Chicago?
They have theater too. And that journalism school they have, I hear, is good. I have friends who...
And Michigan.
Michigan.
I don't want to study journalism.
She has a week.
Can we talk about this? I mean, Mom and Dad both put us through college. No scholarship, no nothing. I have a steady job, and Phil just got lucky. And we've managed to not make them go broke.
Not yet.
We're talking about it. Watch your sleeves.
And she gets a scholarship to Columbia, and she's too
It's
good.
not a full
I just want
scholarship.
to think about it a bit more.
Do we have dessert?
It's on the counter, Phil. I'll get it.
I can help.
I'll get the cake.
Is it Passover cake?
Of course.
I'm good.
I want to talk about Columbia.
You talk to her, Phil. You do music.
I'm going to help Mom with the cake.
Why don't you eat your dinner first? Moody, moody.
Susan gets up, knocks Mark's glass over. Mark catches it.
Got it. Just a little spill.
Oh.
I got it.
I'd like to get to the Chicago one.
It's not a vacation, it's a program.
Theater program.
Do they make those?
Columbia wants their deposit by Thursday. We have
Is
to,
anyone even listening to me?
Pass the wine, Phil.
We have to sing Dianu first. Play it, Phil.
Phil underscores Dianu with his guitar. Blaine enters and touches Patricia's shoulder, pulling her out of the scene into her past memories. The scene continues, adding lights up on Blaine and Patricia in Blaine's apartment.
All right, let's give the voice a rest.
Oh, come
Blaine
on.
leads her toward the couch.
I was just getting started. I promise I still got a bit more left in me.
The goal is vocal strengthening, not vocal suicide.
Suction, Mark. Let's run through Mira one more time.
A little break to rest the chords.
Taking out a box from under the couch. Ooh, I love pictures. Oh my gosh, is that you? You have an afro! Blaine leans over to shut piano and reaches over to Patricia to press the button on a turntable. French music plays.
Go big or go home.
That's my motto.
The IV starts beeping in the hospital room. Patty gets out of bed with IV wires dangling, wandering around the scene like a phantom.
Wow, she's beautiful. Girlfriend?
My mother.
Really? Gorgeous.
She was. She certainly was.
She's still around?
No, she's not.
She in a nursing home?
Hello?
This was a hospital in Iowa, really terrible. Alzheimer's down the line.
Did she recognize you at all?
No, she never did.
Crazy. Not remember anything?
All I could think of seeing her like that was a summer morning kitchen song, the screen door slamming, my first wooden blocks tumbling on the wooden floor of the back porch. All the things that felt like Mum.
I'm so sorry, Blaine.
Patty sings louder, testing that she can use her voice again.
Mom!
Leaving the realm of the hospital, approaching Blaine.
I see my mother in you.
That's so sweet. Anybody here? Mom?
You're an old soul, Patricia. I get it. I've never met anybody like you.
Thanks. Music plays. Patty gets closer, moved by the music, approaching Patricia and Blaine's scene, looking in, trying to understand what is happening. Rita enters the hospital and notices Patty isn't in bed. She crosses to Patricia and Blaine.
Hi, Patricia.
Hello?
I figured you ran out of paint.
Do I know you?
You didn't want to take that trip?
Trip? No, not now. I'm at a voice lesson. Go away.
Oh, really? I didn't know you sang. Where's the music?
Patricia looks back on Blaine's scene to find that he has completely disappeared. Patty walks closer, approaching them, gaining strength as she vocalizes and coughs.
It was... Who?
Patty gets closer, vocalizes, and coughs louder, catching her breath, bracing herself on Blaine's couch.
My lesson!
But you love the Berkshires.
You mixed the colors up. You messed it up. The Berkshires are much lighter, and now there's no yellow left to mix in the green. Idiot!
Patricia paints fervently all around her as lights fade. In her desperation, she trips and spills her paint.
Spilled your paint.
Just go!
Blaine, with wolf mask, approaches Patricia from behind.
Him!
Patricia looks back, alarmed at the sight of the wolf, shrieks and runs off stage. Blackout. Spotlight on Patty, looking at the scene that Patricia was trying to create with her painting. She lifts up her trembling hands to reach it as lights fade. Act 2, Scene 5. The family is at Patty's bedside as though she is actually in the bed. Phil starts playing his guitar louder and louder.
Phil. You okay, Ma?
Fine, dear. Do you need something, Jimmy?
Just gonna try to get through another chapter with her.
That's good, dear.
How's that girl?
Better.
How are the parents?
Exhausted.
Tell me about it. I've been here since dawn.
Mom fell asleep in the waiting room yesterday.
And how's Dr. Dad? Still trying to fill my shoes? Well, we all agree it's frustrating, very frustrating.
She's dying to talk, but that damn tube. I tried giving her a pencil and paper to write us. She's too weak for it.
It'll work next time round. You gotta get her to have some rest.
Yeah, well, even in a coma, she's stubborn as hell.
Agitated. Very agitated. She must have been quite a firecracker.
She was. And still is. Up all day yesterday.
Well, she's out like a light now.
Crazy day. You must be exhausted.
Blood tests come back yet?
They're coming through for this week, later than usual because of the weekend shift, but rolling in little by little.
And?
We're sorting through everything,
That's good.
So no labs yet?
Not quite, no. Hoping for the end of the week.
If not?
I'll leave a note for the on-call. We're on it, Chief, right?
Thank you, Charlie.
It's a process to diagnose.
Diagnose?
Yeah, a diagnosis. So we can properly create some kind of treatment.
So what are you thinking?
Well, I've never administered 122 units of blood before, for one thing, and she has the whole hospital blood bank to thank for that. When the stomach ruptured, there was so much damage into her intestines. We've just never seen anything like that before. Yeah, the team and I are just trying to, get more background information on everything, so we can come up with some sort of kind of process to see what triggered it.
I've been calling her friends, parents. They told me she'd leave class many times in pain.
It was more than that, actually. She was really anxious. I thought it was like her bugging out with the typical senior year stress and whatnot, but it just never died down.
Right.
And this terrible pain in her stomach.
Did anything else change?
No,
Susan, I'm trying to help.
I'm just saying that nothing changed.
You can't treat somebody if you don't know what went wrong, right, Doc?
Yes, Charlie, it's just
Yeah,
that...
she became very withdrawn, secretive.
Teen girls.
Pretty unlikable.
Phil!
Type A perfectionism. Textbook case of eating disorder. Team feels that it's best if we just write bulimia in the chart.
What?
Well, with a ruptured stomach and damaged under her intestines.
Her esophagus was in perfect shape. That's just not plausible, Charlie.
She was a singer. That's something she could never do to her voice. She wouldn't even use ketchup, the acid.
Well, that's what your dad said, not the ketchup. Oh crap. I'm still on call. I guess I can't escape for too long. Give me a sec.
Steps outside for a moment. Phil picks up guitar and starts to strum.
Truth is, something changed.
Eating disorder?
Hi, sorry.
Actually, her teacher called us after the dinner with the Safs around February, I think. Recommended that she take a couple of weeks off to rest.
Really? Out of the blue?
Well, yes.
A medical leave.
Yes.
So she was sick before.
No!
Or at least purging.
No!
Truth is, we don't know.
Did she ever threaten to take her own life?
Of course not!
Threatened mine a lot.
Mark, our team is trying to save your daughter's life. I mean, was she pregnant? You know, side effects from birth control?
Charlie, she was not pregnant.
Your fellow came in here the other day and explained that a genetic factor might be involved, something that constricted the bands around her stomach.
Ulcer, right, Mark? It was an ulcer, they said. Yes, what did they say about that? Someone said a stress ulcer was growing that was causing this intense stomach pain.
Stress?
Well, genetic factors would require a new set of diagnosis and screening. So I can try to put an order in, but I doubt it'll happen before the weekend.
Well, what would that involve?
A few CT scans, simple.
Simple. See her glowing from the radiation?
I'll put an order in with the fellow. Maybe they can get her done before this Friday.
Thanks, Charlie.
Wait,
Taking a note out from her purse.
What's this?
just a note.
A note of what, Susan?
Something I hold on to, Mark.
Hard to read. I can't read this.
It's nothing.
Okay then, Chief. Sarah will follow up with you tonight. Mark?
What is it?
Susan shakes her head, bites her lip, leans on hospital bed railing, and tucks note away.
Susan!
Leave her alone, Dad.
Something you wanted to tell me, Susan?
She doesn't like talking about these things.
Oh, the bulimia.
No! James, we said she wasn't.
Susan, please. If they can find answers with a diagnosis.
But it's
What, Mom?
the note.
Susan!
Mom, if they can get her in for a CT scan this week,
Susan, you're wasting our time.
Pat. Blaine.
Who's Blaine?
He was doing things. Blaine,
Blaine? Is that a note from Blaine, Mom?
Rape? Was she raped?
Blaine was Pat's voice teacher. Her 60-year-old voice teacher.
oh, Mom.
Mark grabs note out of Stoller's hands, who is still engrossed in reading it.
Go, Charlie.
Mark crumples up note and starts to tear it up furiously.
Instinct, Susan!
All I have is that note!
Damn it, Susan. No one listens to the realist. No one hears the guy who has no faith in people. People are dirt bags. Bags of shit,
Dad.
Susan.
She's our baby, Mark. She'll be okay.
Damn psychopath. And I let him in our goddamn house like a fucking terrorist.
What is he going to write?
It doesn't matter now.
Mark, I see these things on Dateline, and then my own daughter.
I took her to lessons every week because of you. Every week. Like a fucking pimp, Susan.
I can't trust people anymore.
I didn't trust people to begin with.
We really bonded right before this. It's like she wanted to tell me something, and she just couldn't, so she just tried to get as close to me, and she couldn't. I hate to say it, but I liked it.
Bastard.
It was like she was opening up, and we were going to heal together after this man had wrecked our home. It was going to be our new start.
So then how...
The scum. We're total idiots.
Mark!
Total idiots.
That is the last happy memory I can remember. We were going to get therapy and everything. She was going to make the calls. Then all I remember is, God, I don't...
You, Susan! We all listened to you.
I don't even remember what I said. Or where she...
Fuck me!
You, Mark! You!
Fuck me!
Where are you going?
A walk!
Oh, you will not leave with your pride, Mark. You will not leave here nobly thinking you knew all along that I was the blonde bimbo idiot, the all-trusting daughter of Holocaust parents that let a sociopath into our home.
Oh,
I will
stop,
not let you tell that
Susan.
story to yourself that your mother pushed you against the wall
Stop it!
and told you you were going to make something of yourself and be a doctor, or else how you lived off of pennies, working for every cent, the ugly stepchild, worked to the bone to earn what little you have, protested with all your might against a predator let into our home against your will, fighting and fighting all along. You will not tell that story for
Mom,
us.
stop!
I am not the one who brought this evil into our homes. You are not the victim. You loved him too.
I'm taking a walk.
He leaves slowly, carrying the weight of the world. Blackout. End of Act 2. Will now be a 10-minute intermission.